Greetings my people, this is your person Freedom Temple CYK Biafra. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that anytime we post a video, you will be notified. Nigerians, which way now? How far? Each and every one of you. I hail you now. I throw a salute. Nigerians, which way? Nigerians, how far? Person where they throw stone go inside market. Mind you, if your papa no dey inside, your mama go dey inside, or your loved ones go dey inside. I will speak it in English. Someone that is throwing a stone into the marketplace, mind you, be rest assured that it might hit your mother or your father or any of your loved ones. When I put law, they don't put law now. Now hate speech, they carry come now hate speech. Then first close border, and this say na Igbo people go affect. Then close border. All the old people where they see for social media where they catch, where they smuggle rice and other things. Now so other tribes, I never see any Igbo inside. Now hate speech, now they don't put inside. They don't bring on hate speech. When they rejoice, some people still say they rejoice because of what? IPOB, Biafrans, they say the zoo, the zoo. If he say no only the zoo, when somebody say the zoo or when somebody say Buhari the craze, now be hate speech. You forget say when somebody say in fact this country now the country don't tire me. This country now useless country, now hate speech. Which kind country be this? Now hate speech. This na common language where anybody can use anytime, anywhere in that country. What you know these government people? What you know this government they even do for this country? Now hate speech. This country don't scatter. Now hate speech. This now I just call this now as in languages where they use often as in every day by day in that country. All this they want to hang everybody, they want to hang all of you. The day they put that law now, some people will be jubilating, say thinking that they put it for Biafrans. You that you are throwing a stone into the marketplace, but be rest assured that it might do what? It might backfire. If you're pointing at this finger, the rest of the fingers are pointing at you. Nigerians, how far? Which way? And they see do everybody just they run a skater. They cry. I see Dino, I see the crowd. Dino is a good man, although cannot tell, but by their fruit we shall know them. At least Dino, they still they see him. He stand with confidence. If they see something way black, he go let you know say this na black thing. Now black color now they see. If they see white, go let you know say this na white. At least I don't know how more the things get as they be. I support them small. Dino, I know they see Dino as a bad person, but I know say despite I know say the country as a whole. And they say as everybody they cry. I know they touch everybody. Not be only Biafrans again. If they touch, I don't talk am before now. I talk am tell I say this rain will one fall. The rain never start to. Now just cloud is in fact it's cloudy. Now just cloud, as in just cloud. Now just everywhere just dark like it wants to rain. Everybody they cry. I said this rain will one drop. He go beat rat, he go beat cockroach. I don't talk am tete. Some people listen to me, some people still say they talk nonsense. The rain is coming, oh. It never start to the fall, oh. All this is where everybody they cry now. People will be say you go they talk. Now then go come say you they talk nonsense. People may just blah blah blah. It says everybody they complain. People wey dey one corner they complain. People wey they cry. People wey they shed tears. People wey they do hand like this. People wey dey do hand like this. People wey dey hide. People wey dey run. There is fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. There is fire on the mountain, coupled with rain. But this rain that is about to fall cannot quench this fire. This rain cannot quench this fire. The earlier you sit up now, the better for everybody. This issue now, not be issue of Biafrans. So you see, I never call Biafrans. This is why I entered this studio. This matter now, no be Biafra matter now. Now matter of each and every one of you. Everybody now you concern now. Now they say hate speech. They don't put law saying a hate speech. If you speak against the government, if you speak against, they want hang everybody now. Not be saying only Biafrans now. I know say them put them because of Igbos, Southeastern, Biafrans in fact, because everybody, no be all the Igbos be Biafrans. That's why I say them be Igbos. But now, you dey see say no be people where them put them for, because them put them because of people where they want put them. You know say you will say if people enter that school, make them burn them, make them catch them. If it be say na your pikin go sneak out for house where you still say you lock them for house, then go sneak out and then go first people to enter that school where you say if anybody enter, make them catch and burn her. Before you dey see for TV, go dey see your pikin as dem dey burn her. Let me make I dey talk this thing while they talk. The law where them put, the people where them put them for, not be those people, then it go actually hold their leg. Then they pull law hate speech. Now democracy day. Then they pull law for you. Say if you talk, make them catch you. If you talk against government, if you talk against government officials, if you talk anything contrary to the person in power or anything connected or concerning the government, whether they are doing good or whether they are doing bad or no problem. What they say is that suffering and smiling. If it's okay with you, happy. Be happy. If it's not okay with you, be happy. But you are in democracy. Child. Watch this video. Watch all these videos.
Member from Katsina State representing Sandamu, Meadu and Daura. Thank you very much, Sada, for raising this observation. So I came back yesterday from Daura. I was ambushed by the communities there due to the hardship they are facing there due to this one closure of the border and the 20 kilometers instruction given by custom. From Daura to Kongolam, that's the border, international border. It's 18 kilometers. From Mr. President's house, leaving home, his bedroom, to the border is just 13 kilometers. That's a very good point there. We all know the borders are closed, but they still allow things to go in and out. I'm a living witness, and I stand to be corrected. Day 4 yesterday, I was there around 1 a.m. Nobody knows. I saw what they are doing. So, sir, the custom need to be invited here, and they need to be questioned. This is the National Assembly. We need to know what is going to happen before you take any instructions, such very weighty orders to shut down the border, 20 kilometers. And my last local government, which is Meadua, is 0 kilometers with Niger. I was there, my network service was orange. That means I'm not in Nigeria. So you see the kind of interwoven we have with them. So please, I need a support from each and every member. Things are happening in the border. Despite they are closed, they are not closed. They pay each car in the night to go in and each car in the night to come in from Niger. We should not deceive ourselves. If we want to do the right thing, let's do it. If we are not going to, let's allow it. Thank you very much.
No, don't touch. Where are you going? Keep on watching. Keep on watching.
Within 1 week, The Senate has introduced 2 bills to regulate the social media space.
Of November.
The Protection from Internet Falsehood and Manipulations Bill 2019 and a bill to establish a National Commission for the Prohibition of Hate Speeches. The bill to establish a National Commission for the Prohibition of Hate Speeches is listed in Tuesday's order paper for first reading. Some of the highlights of the bill include: the objective and purpose for which the Commission is established is to facilitate and promote a harmonious, peaceful coexistence within the people of all ethnic groups, and more importantly, to achieve this objective by ensuring the elimination of all forms of hate speeches in Nigeria, and to advise the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on all aspects thereof. Any person who commits an offence under this section shall be liable to life imprisonment, and where the act causes any loss of life, the person shall be punished with death by hanging. Reactions have been pouring in over the introduction of these bills. A coalition of civil society organizations visits the Senate Minority Leader to express their displeasure over the introduction of the Protection from Internet Falsehood and Manipulations Bill 2019, also known as the Social Media Bill.
Social media is now seen as the last impediment to an emerging fascist and totalitarian state in Nigeria. We therefore most respectfully and reverently urge your leadership to side with Nigerians and impress it on your colleagues not to support this obnoxious bill that seeks to attack the last hold of the common man.
What I can assure you, and I can assure Nigerians, is that this Senate cannot be a party to removing the rights of Nigerians to whatever is enshrined in the Constitution.
To waste fund public tax money, taxpayers' money in the name of trying to say you want to set up a commission that will just unnecessarily consume public, resources, when we are talking about reducing the cost of governance.
Both bills will now have to pass through the legislative process, part of which will include getting the views of Nigerians during the public hearings.
In any democratic setting, number one thing is that freedom. The freedom of expression is what defines democracy. So in trying to use government instrument to shut people up, to imprison people of their thought, to imprison people of their fundamental right of expression, I see us going back to military regime. Now let me put it to you that the highest form of punishment for corrupt persons, whoever that has been seen as a corrupt person by court, the highest punishment is 3 years imprisonment, for instance. Whereas in China, the highest punishment for a corrupt person is death by hanging. But you could not see the reverse as the case in Nigeria, that the corrupt person will just go spend 3 years and he's set free, or he will spend the whole of that year of his imprisonment in hospital bed through plea bargain. But somebody who simply expresses dissatisfaction against the government and will now be termed as hate speech will now be hanged to death. Nigerians, this is the time we should rise up against this inhuman and against this satanic act of what they call hate. You define hate speech. It is the politicians, government officials that are also promulgating the hate speech the more. You hear them during their campaigns, you hear them calling them bamboo will be sucking blood, we will make this ungovernable, and all of that. What else do you need aside this to be called hate speech? Is it a common expression by the citizens of the country, of this country, who will come out and say what the government is doing that is against the tenets of democracy, and then you want to coerce them, you want to now imprison them so they don't go further to express themselves? I see this as a coward, as a deliberate plan to cow the Nigerian people and tempt them from expressing themselves. And this act, this whatever bill they call it, will not stand the test of time. We will reject it with all form that we can. Constitutional, we will explore all constitutional means to reject this bill, this satanic bill called hate speech, because it is only the court of law that can define what is hate speech. But for executive arm of government to just wake up and say you want to control social media, we want to control people who are sending fake news, and okay, who is even giving fake news more than the government? The other time Mr. President traveled out for medication, Lai Mohammed came and told Nigerians that the man went on his normal leave to go and rest. But when the president came back, he said he had never been sick as the way he did. So who gave out fake news? It was the same line. So who now hang Lai Mohammed to death, for instance, for giving us fake news as Nigerians? So generally speaking, the intention is bad, the intention is negative, the intention is simply to show, because they have so many bad laws that they are trying to impose on Nigerians. So the best way to do is to tame us and to make sure we don't speak against it. That is just the plan. And I tell Nigerians to rise up to the occasion. We reject it. Very soon we are going to march to the National Assembly. They are our elective. And I wonder, the constituency member of this man who moved this measure, I wonder if this is the true reflection of their wish. Did they elect him to go as Nigerian people to say this is what we want? So the members of his constituency should even recall him immediately for presenting what is not their mandate, for presenting what they never accepted to do. So they should even recall him. Recalling process against that member should start now, because he's misrepresenting them in the National Assembly. That was not why they sent him there. They sent him there to go and make law that will better the lives of people, not to come and coerce and then pinch down Nigerian people.
Keep on watching. They have a lot. Keep on watching.
They don't know whom they should fight. Soldiers are supposed to fight enemies, international enemy, and protect his own people. Then if you give gun to somebody who doesn't know who he is to protect and who is to fight, then he's a crazy, he's a mad person. So your soldiers, even a major general, a brigadier general, is a crazy man, he's a madman. He's not sensible. He's coming to tell you this nonsense. So this is what we take from him. We are not scared in the list of his empty threatening. He's a coward. As I told you, I swear by God, if we are armed, wallahi, I swear by God, Nigeria army is there too, because they are cowards. We are Allah's army, and we do fear nobody. We don't fear death, so they can't do us anything, and death can never. Let them prepare. We are millions. If they can kill even 1 million of us, I bet you, the system will fall, will collapse. No government in the world will kill some people up to 1 million and then to survive. Up to today, no single soldier has been persecuted for this gross crime, for opening, for using live bullet on its own citizen that it's supposed to protect. No single. Tell me, why should they not be trigger happy to open fire on us whenever they meet us? Why should they not be trigger happy? Because nobody has been prosecuted since they have been doing it. In fact, some of them were even promoted for the job well done. We have information. Some of the officers who participated in the Zaria massacre, they were promoted. Both in the military and in the police. They were promoted. That was their reward for the work well done. Then why should they not be happy? Each time they meet us, they will be trigger happy to open fire on us and kill us as they like. In the first place, it is an order from the top. They have this license. Secondly, if they do it very well, they will be promoted. What did they have? They have no loss. So they will be very trigger happy to open their fire on us. But our advice to those soldiers who are trigger happy to kill their own citizens is that we shouldn't be their target. Let them go to Boko Haram. Last week we heard that what I read in social media, that the Boko Haram killed about 40 soldiers and even more than that, and took away with many officers. Why can't they face them? They continue to say that we are armed, we have this thing and that. Blunted lies. Wallah, I swear to God, before all of you here, I swear to God, Wallah, if we are armed, Nigeria army cannot face us. Wallah, if we are armed, we have weapons with us, Nigeria army is too small to face us. With our courage and bravery, with empty hand, they are running away from us. Talk less of when we are having armed. Wallah, they know that we are not armed, because they are cowards They always say, how can we go and attack people with arms, with children, with our women, little children, when we are performing our religious ceremony? How can you bring out our even breastfeeding children to go and attack somebody with gun, with empty hand? And they continue to tell what that we are armed, we have bombs fabricated. Yeah, if they should show you people that we have arms and they produce some lies, some invented, I don't know, guns and all these things. Yes, it is some people whom they have planted into us to use that gun, maybe against the security agents, so that they will blackmail us. If at all that we have such situation. But situation of stone, throwing stone at them, yes, stone is the weapon of somebody who is not armed. When they come and start opening, even what happened at Zuba, after the whole session, we have ended that trek for that day, and we are just in the closing prayer section. When they came with their motor and parked their motor and start opening fire at us.
No, don't touch. Where are you going? Keep on watching. Keep on watching.
All the people are managing the elections are very young people. So you, the youth, should stop blaming the old people. You yourself should begin to blame yourselves. You must do things properly. I was here, no INEC officials to conduct the elections, no security personnel to manage the elections, no journalists to observe the elections, because there's only one online media house that I met, no single observer that I met here. Even the voters were not here. I've never observed that in any African country. So we Nigerians must begin to look inward and ask ourselves, what is our problem? Can we begin to do things properly? You cannot be doing things awkwardly and expect the best. I'm a bit disappointed what I observed today.
Keep on watching. See how a lot. Keep on watching.
It's election time, another opportunity where Nigerians go to the poll to elect those who would pilot the state affairs. In some polling units, such as the Muslim Community Secondary School and Workers' Village, polling activities were peaceful, but with other attendant encumbrances. Very early in the morning, residents of Lokoja trooped out in their numbers to the Crowder Memorial College to cast their votes for their preferred candidate. Now, hours after accreditation and voting, armed men stormed into this unit, and what you have behind me is the aftermath activities. Even security operatives who were on ground were said to have run away for their lives.
They just entered into the compound here and started to shoot. Shooting to the air, and they were even shooting canisters of tear gas.
Who are these people carrying out this shooting?
We don't know them. They are fake police uniforms. Fake, but some of them covered their faces with masks. Then everybody was running helter-skelter for his or her life. Suddenly, those who were carrying out the operation went to the polling units, carried the ballot boxes, and carried even some luggage of the polling staff, the ad hoc staff. They took them away. Even the policemen too ran for their lives, because I don't blame them, because they were not armed.
Here at the Lokoja Club, the story is the same. We could only capture the leftovers and materials scattered round, as electorate, INEC officials and security operatives have deserted the center. This worrisome situation is also being questioned by election observer groups, as reports coming in are not so pleasant.
We're even more worried by the fact that this violence occurred in the presence of security agencies who ought to have acted differently, either to forestall or to reprimand those who have seen perpetrating violence. I was in that same venue that you talked about. Probably the escalation would have been called immediately after we left. It was the first place where I personally observed vote buying, where people were given tickets.
What venue
the Crowder Memorial School, where people were given tickets and they were supposed to be presenting after voting, were expected to present their ticket to a different person who will in turn give them some cash. And in my engagement and interview of some of the voters, they made different kinds of argument. Oh, we were promised 6,000 and then eventually it became 4,000. And then from 4,000 now they are promising 2,000 and we have not received the money and all that. So and that created a whole huge conflagration within that moment. And I knew some plainclothes policemen reacted, but probably after we left, the whole place also got escalated. But that's totally unacceptable.
We've also mentioned the attack on our own observers as well, particularly in Nanyigba. These are very sad situations and not totally unexpected, but it's a dent on democracy, particularly after 20 years of democracy. I think our democracy should have actually evolved beyond what it is. And I think the issue of violence has been a consistent decimal in Kogi State election.
This, like we've said, is highly condemnable and has potential to undermine the integrity of these elections.
The deployment of about 31,000 security operatives was meant to address the issue of violence and crisis associated with elections in Nigeria. But how well have this impacted the system?
They disrupted it, they didn't allow me to vote. 3 other polling units, plus mine in a small community called Ayetorobede, were disenfranchised from voting. My nephew, Olorunjuwon, he was shot at my polling unit. 2 others were shot. We have record of about 7 people in Igala. And yet, you are going ahead with computation of these illegal fake results. Coppers were abducted from different parts of the state and taken to government house. Ballot papers were stored and these coppers were forced to sign result sheets. And you are going ahead with the computation of these results. One cannot understand. I've never seen this type of election in my life, where you will go with your result sheets from polling units, and already there is a prepared result at the local government collation office, and all the returning officers compromised. How can you, in a situation like this, declare the results? As I speak to you, all the cancelled votes are over 70,000, and the margin of the concocted winning can never be up to 15,000 or 20,000 at most. And the Electoral Act and the election manual of INEC said anywhere that cancelled votes is more than the difference, the winning difference, that election should be declared inconclusive. As I'm speaking to you, they are still going ahead with their concussion. In an environment that was militarized, where voters were disenfranchised, where you are using a helicopter, where policemen or fake or original, we don't know, we are physically harassing and taking ballot boxes, videos have been posted. INEC is still continuing with computation of results in such atmosphere. We will not accept this. This is not an election. We posted all, and we have records of all our votes that we have won clearly, but we will not take it. I mean, the blood of those in the election yesterday, right in the defense of the masses of Kogi State.
So my people, all of you, all you Biafrans, when I say my people, I am calling on all you Biafrans. If you're not a Biafran, I am calling on you because you are a person with a good heart. For the fact that you are on my channel, for the fact that you subscribe to my channel, you are definitely someone or somebody with a good heart. Because what I speak here is nothing but the truth. I don't paint my stories. I don't try to please, and I am not afraid of anybody. I say it the way it is and the way it's coming from my heart. That is why I voice it out. I don't pet it, and I owe no one apologies. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't like the way I'm tackling you people, change. Do good to the people. Mean well for the people. Love the people who vote you into power. Care for them. That thing you promised them before going into that power, fulfill it. At least in your Bible it is written there. Anyone who promises anybody anything is definitely owing that person. It is in your Bible. Those of you who are going to the church, you are owing that person honestly. You promise them before going into power that you do this for them, that you do this for them, that you do this for them, that you bring heaven down for them. They followed you. After the election, you are not picking their calls again. After the election, you are nowhere to be found. When they talk, you deal with them. When they talk, you arrest them. When they talk, you molest them. When they talk, you shoot them. When they talk, you beat them. When they talk, you strike them. When they talk, you chain them. But they put you into power. The time you were begging them to vote you, they voted you in. What you used to tell them thank you is to humiliate them, molest them. In fact, I am not here to preach. I am here to say to all of you, all you Nigerians, I said again, Nigerians, how far, how market. Everybody now, fire day. There is fire on the mountain. The people you vote into power, now they are letting you know that you've given them power. You carry an animal, you put him into power. What do you expect from an animal? Now they have sanctioned you, you cannot talk. Even if they beat you, you are not allowed to cry. That is what they meant for you. Nigerians, how far again? How far? If you can pound, if you can pound well, pound inside the mortar. But if you can't pound well, pound it on the floor. How far? I will not tell you it is time to wake up. No, this time to wake up now is late. It's late because now, even if you wake up now, you are waking up to cry because you're not waking up to move forward. How far? Nigerians, how far? You go abroad as a Nigerian. Do you know how many Nigerians in a Duro house all over the country, in abroad, overseas? Do you know how many Nigerians seeking asylum outside the country? The country who don't have oil, they don't have anything, but their country is well okay. They give you money at the end of the month while you did not work, you did not do anything. At the end of the month, they pay you. They don't have oil, they don't have even resource. Everything they have, they are getting it from Africa. And they use it to develop their country, do their country well. Light, every day there is light. All over the world. They have nothing. They survive from what the resource, some material resources they get from Africa. They are living where they are citizens who don't work, get money every month. If you are sick, not this one that if you are sick, you go to the hospital, please help me, treat my mother, treat my father, my mother. You'll be looking somebody will die even while in the hospital because you could not bring 5,000 or 10,000 for deposit. In abroad, it is not like that. Once you tender your card, you start treatment. 100 years, or anytime you have work, you pay. They don't have anything, oil, no nothing. But Nigeria who have oil, the oil Nigeria has is enough to be paying each citizen, even the one inside the stomach, 2 million naira or 3 million naira every month. Whether you work or you not work, if you need car, you need anything, you go and take it on credit. Every month you be paying. Nigeria, the resources Nigeria have gotten is more than this thing that I'm mentioning. But they could not give you good roads. They could not give you water. Look at, I saw Ike for the mother and the old fools. I saw them commissioning borehole at these 24th centuries. Borehole. Hi, Nigerians, how far? Again, after this video, till 1 hour, because every time I'll be rushing, I don't want to talk more, so that I will not. Till 1 hour. If you are ready to watch, to listen, listen. If you're not ready, thank you for the one you have, for the one that you have had, but put it in practice. Nigerians, how far? If they could not give you good roads, they could not give you water, they could not give you electricity, they could not give you good hospitals, but they are going abroad for treatment. But they are ruling you. They are going abroad for treatments, but they are ruling a country, a nation. They could not give you nothing. After all the suffering, all the humiliation, all the beating, after all said and done, they come out now to let you know that when you cry after whipping you, that is what? Hanging. When you complain after suffering you, is hanging. Nigerians, how far? Not be Biafrans again, no. Nigerians, how far? How market? Now you people are crying. Everybody, even some people are running. How far? This is just the beginning. You know that olden days. Now, in Nollywood movie, now what they write now is "In God We Trust." But before they used to write, "This is just the beginning." Nollywood movie, that those years. This is just the beginning. Nigerians, so this is just the beginning. You have not seen anything, no. You have not seen anything. They are coming for you people. Not Biafrans again. They are coming for everyone. They are coming for everyone. If you want to sit up, sit up. If you don't want to sit up, don't sit up. Remain where you are. Continue crying. The worst part is that some people will come out to speak. Some people will be attacking them. Instead of you to go and attack the people, the source of the problem, you are attacking somebody who is speaking, who is trying to voice out something. Telling the person if you are right or what you are saying, or if you are wrong. Instead of you to say, at least fight the way, maybe this one I'm fighting now, I'm talking, I'm complaining and lamenting. Lament like me. If we are 100 or millions, all of us start lamenting. How many are the leaders? It's only one leaders in every state. The leaders can never be more in population than the masses. Never. If you start complaining like that kind of person, who you are fighting, who you are blaming, things will be better. But no, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. You don't want to make use of this. Nigerians, how far? Nigerians, how far? I'm still your person, Freedom Temple CYK Biafra. Here comes the end of my program today. We'll continue some other time. Remain blessed wherever you are. Thank you for your time and thank you for watching. Stay cool, but don't forget, there is fire on the mountain. Nigerians, how far? How market? Bye for now.